All right, what's up? I'm Aaron from Bosey Joe, here with the crew. We're going to do a little video today on the Kilpatrick Audio Carbon. It's this 6-track MIDI sequencer. It's polyphonic. I use it for all of our live shows. I think it's the best live MIDI sequencer for syncing up all different kinds of synthesizers, drum machines, what have you. It's got MIDI ins and outs. It's got CV outs for a bunch of the channels, so it's a pretty versatile machine. Let's get to it. So here it is. Woo! There it is, the Kilpatrick Audio Carbon. So yeah, a few things to go over here. We've got this nice little grid layout, and right now I've got my track 3, which is the Juno, selected. I have everything labeled here. It's my Juno 106. And you can see each one of these little squares there is one of the steps in the sequence. So I'm actually going to shorten it up with this length knob and just bring it down to what's basically 2 bars or 4 lines of 16th notes. You can see I have it running at 16th note resolution right now. We can select different instruments here. The Mother 32, which is over there. What's this? DB. Oh yeah, I use that to sequence the drum brute sometimes. Over here, the fatty, sub-fatty, we're going to use that for some bass. So let's get to it, right? First things first, I got the tempo set to 127. A couple things about the ins and outs here, right? I have both the Moog sub-fatty and the Juno sending MIDI in, or the MIDI is going out of those two and through this merger and into the carbon, right? So I can control any synthesizer using either one of those keyboards. And then everything goes out to a MIDI splitter, which is like buried under there. You can't quite see it. And then that MIDI goes to everything else, syncs everything up. When I run my modular with it, I have CV outs that I can use, but today I'm just using the Mother 32 with the MIDI in there, right? So there's some MIDI coming in from the Fatty and the Juno, and then it goes out through the carbon and to everything else, right? So let's get like a basic little groove going. I have the Arturia drum brute here running our drums, and I just set up a little 4 on the floor. I have it synced to the clock because I have the clock coming out of the carbon there, and this is armed and ready to go. So as soon as I press play here, or run stop, yeah, we got our kick happening up there. All right, cool. So we're gonna make a little sequence here. I'm gonna start with this, with the bass, go over to the sub-fatty. Now you can see, you check it out. I have it set to a 1-step sequence. So this is a fun little game I'm gonna play here. I can press record, arm it, it's recording right now. Go to the sub-fatty, got my bass patch set up. I'm gonna play 1 note. There's a little swing on right now. You can hear it swinging. I'm just going to turn the swing down a little bit. All right, we're done recording. So so I got this bass going crazy with 16th notes, right? But say I want to get a little variation here. All I do is change the length. I'm going to change it to a 3-step sequence. Watch this. Oh, there we go. Now we got a little more rhythmic variation. Okay, cool. So we got our bass doing something kind of hip. Let's get the Juno in on the action. I'm gonna go over here, select the Juno. It's running on a little 2-bar phrase. Press record. Let's add some notes. All right, let me turn the frequency up so you hear. That little 2-note phrase. Now remember the carbon's polyphonic, so add some chords up here. Carbon just sending MIDI to the fatty and the 106. So it allows me to manipulate the sounds while the carbon sends the notes over. Let's get a little rhythmic variation, send it over to the chaos pad. What's up, fatty? There you go. Alright, I'm gonna go over here to drum brute, press record, let's add a little snare. Alright, so we got like a nice little groove happening here with just the sub fatty and the Juno. We can go to Mother 32, play a little lead. Using the Juno to control it. Get a little glide here. Maybe a little more glide. Alright, I want to change up that Juno lick. Shift, clear. Let's say I just want to get something a little chord like stabby. That's cool. Let's see what happens with some delay. Got this tight little groove happening, right? Let's do the same trick that we did with the sub fatty, but with the drum brute. We'll just add a little, maybe 7-note sequence here, and I can use the Juno to control it. Got a little clave there like this. So we're instantly getting some polyrhythm because this 7-step 16th note sequence with the clave is repeating at different rates. Of course, the Juno is also playing it. Sequence this TC Helicon vocal effects thing I've got, right? I'll go over here and select that. So I'm going to go over here and record a vocal sample real quick. And then when I have the Perform VE selected, track 6 over here, I can play it with the Juno. Hey. Second. And we can sequence it. Let's record it. something, all I gotta do is hold shift, hold that track. Let's mute the sub-fatty. When you mute it, you can see it goes gray there. Then bring it back. Let's bring the VE back. Hey, hey. Let's go over sub-fatty. Bring it back, bring it back. Yeah, so that's a little rundown of how I use the Kilpatrick Audio Carbon. It's super flexible. It's really easy to like clear things and start over and make new stuff on the fly. We play for like hours at a time, and it just keeps going, just keeps clocking everything. It's awesome. Yeah, so leave me a comment below if you want to hear about how more of this setup works, and make sure you subscribe. We're doing videos every week, every Monday. So we'll see you again soon. Peace.